Where'd you go? All right. Not gonna need this. How do I edit the title? May dance to music you cannot hear. a little bit narrow. I want to be a little bit farther apart. Oh. All right. I want to do pull-ups, weighted pull-ups. I'll do a couple more back extensions to warm up. I want to do body weight dips. I said weighted pull-ups. I want to do barbell rows. And I think that should be maybe I'll want to do dumbbell rows too. But I don't have a dumbbell out here right now. I don't know if you guys can hear me properly. Let's see. Yeah, Marco. Yeah. This thing's a little rickety. This thing is swaying on me. All right. Okay. too bloody hot in here. As I go up, it gets hotter and hotter. Just open the window. Oops. Whew. All right. Let's do 75 for 3. Come on, you. In the hole. 50, 25, 75. Crap. Mr. Redita, how's it going? Happy 2022. Did I get the year right in my... Yeah, this is my living room. I can't fit my pull-up rack here into my workout room without disassembling it. And then it just takes up space. So it's in the way. I got 75 pounds on my waist. How's it going? Glad to see you. I want to do the wide grip, but I'm in the wrong spot. I want to do the neutral, but I'm in the wrong spot. All right. Glad to hear it. I'm a little bit tired today. I got DOMs in my legs from my workout on Sunday. For months now, ever since I recovered from my knee injury, I've been doing leg days on Wednesdays and Sundays. Rebar. This was my first online purchase I ever made in my whole life. This thing here is 10 years old at least. My first online purchase. I'm not sure if the company still makes these, but it's served me well. Easy dip. It comes with an attachment that you can hook the chain around that holds dumbbells. So that's why I like this thing at the start, is because I would go to the gym and I would use dumbbells instead of having the whole plate between my legs. I could just have a smaller dumbbell. Well, I'll get some good rest after my workout. In the meantime, this belt is for adding weight. I have a powerlifting belt. That thing just stabilizes the core, increases inter-abdominal pressure, and basically protects your lower back, protects you from hurting yourself on heavy lifts. But this belt doesn't do that. This belt sits nice. It's really thick, and it's thick so that it gives more padding, so it's not pulling on you as you add some weight. And so give me a minute. I'll do another set. I was gonna do some rows right now. I'll do one more pull-up set, right, just to show you how it's done. So let's get this out of the way. Let's put things back. Oh. Well, it's the Easy Dip weighted belt. Not to be confused with a powerlifting belt. They come in various sizes, but it's got a heavy-duty chain on it. I've had 150 pounds on here doing pull-ups. Suited me just fine. I don't have anything to put my weights on to help me get them on, so you're gonna watch me down here. So I get my 50-pound plate, thread this through the center. I'm gonna grab my 25 plate. And now it just hooks And voila, I am now 275 pounds. If you don't have one of these, if you can put together a dumbbell, often you can just hold it with your legs. You're probably not going to want to go that heavy anyways. And what you can do is, if you have weights, like a dumbbell held between your thighs, like I can't show you right now, but you basically just squish it, right? So you basically take the weight, squish it, hold it, and you can do pull-ups, you can do dips, and once you're done, you just drop the weight from your legs, and suddenly you weigh less, and you can do a couple more reps. Let's go closer. All right. Monkey butt, 1, 2, 4. Yeah, and it's still quality exercise, right? Not everybody has all the gear, and you don't even need it. You can sometimes tailor your workout better with or without the gear, depending on just what you have. So I want to throw in some rows really quick, get my plates out of the way. As well as just grabbing some dumbbells is much quicker. So sometimes if I'm at the gym, I want to throw in some dips. The dumbbell rack is right there. Grab it, throw it to my thighs or hold with my ankles, and just go to town. Yeah, like 75 pounds, that's too much to, well, you can carry that between your thighs, but it might take away from your lift with having to just squeeze. Your ankles, things can go wrong. So happy 2022, everybody. Feels weird to say that number, but let me get my fan on me. Without this thing, I'm dying. I was planning to set up some barbell rows. I also have weights for dumbbell rows if I want to do that. It's been 38 minutes, but I got some DOMs in me right now. Every Sunday and Wednesday for months now, I've been pushing myself with everything I have. I've been going to the gym. Sundays are squat day, leg press day, and then just like hypertrophy any way I can, using a fair bit of machines. And Wednesday is deadlift day with throwing in, making sure I hit my calves. So I'm, and more focus on the quads as opposed to the glutes and hamstrings that I'm hitting um, on Sunday. And there are some overlap, but Wednesday I go harder on the quads. Sunday I go harder on everything at the rear. And I'm getting some improvement. Yeah. I just started to learn how to do sumo deadlifts. I'm not very good at it. Um, Last Wednesday I was doing sumo deadlifts, and I actually cramped my back. Like I cramped my lat right in the middle. I was sumo deadlifting 4 plates plus 25 each side. So that's what, 405 plus 50, 455. And that is about my max with sumo. I can go heavier conventional. I've always, so like I will struggle to get that up with sumo. Deadlift, I just grab it, pick it up, re-rack it. Um, but I got it up, and then I was going to do one more set. I just got in position. I tightened up my back. Got like as soon as I tightened my back, cramp, and I'm just like, oh, okay, that's. So I just quickly took the 25s, shoved the 25s up both sides. So it's 405. Picked it up, conventional deadlift, put it back on the rack, and then I couldn't turn. I was like, it was if I would have taken off my shirt, it would have looked like there was like an alien or something under my skin. It was a very novel experience. Yeah, and that's why I've been picking up sumo. I haven't touched sumo since like 2016, and my form is still my form is good. Like I'm not lifting it if I don't feel strong. It's something if everything feels right, I'll lift it. But I'm not as consistent as I'd like to be, and I'm also not exploding off the floor. So every time I'm lifting it, doesn't matter if it's 135 pounds or if it's like 315, 375, 405. I'm lifting it slowly up off the ground. Well, that was this last Wednesday, so that was about a week ago. And what it was is it felt more like somebody punched me in the back, like afterwards, like the next workout I did was the next day, and I didn't stop my workout. Right, so I still had a whole leg workout to do, but once I was able to loosen it up, it was mostly trying to just make the back just just move, right, opening like contract, and once I got movement through my back and it stopped cramping, then I just continued my workout, but I was just a little bit stiff. And then the next day, I could feel it quivering a little bit, like when I was lifting heavy. I think I was doing a chest day the next day, and I was doing bench, and I just ended up easing off how much weight I was going to lift. Right, so instead of doing 315, I stopped at 225 plus 25, so 275. That's what I. And even then, that was I should have had a spotter because if my back did well, 275 pounds. If I can't lift it, it goes back on my chest. I'm not worried. I will do the walk of shame where you grab the bar, roll it down to your hips, and then you sit up and then you just get it off you, right? So I'm 275. I'm not going to kill myself. What the danger where you can injure yourself for bench press if the weight slips and then suddenly you're dropping a weight onto your chest, or you try to re-rack it and suddenly you're putting it on your face, on your teeth. But anyways, I want to throw in a bunch of rows really quick. Got a wedgie here. Oh. But yeah, after that, it wasn't too bad. I just focused on making the muscle open and close every day just a little bit. I was on a stationary bike for about 15 minutes every day. It's actually been a long time since I've done barbell rows. I was planning to do them today, but I was planning to go really light. So while I'm sitting down, oh, thank you. I enjoy them, but I always end up having better workouts at the gym, and it's probably more like a mental thing where it's just I'm able to drop every other thought. And Wednesdays, Sundays, I've committed every Wednesday and Sunday. I want to go as far into 2022 as I can without missing a single, like, I care about my Wednesdays, I care about my Sundays. Every other day of the week is less important to me for my workouts. I still want to have 2 back workouts, 2 chest workouts a week if I can. If I don't, it's not going to phase me, but I'm not going to skip these leg workouts. And I want to go as far to 2022 as I can. If I make it to 2023, that's great. I'm already seeing improvement. Like I'm seeing steady improvement. I couldn't train my legs from 2018 to 2020 because of an injury, and 2020 I started training my legs, but I started training for strength. I started just picking up heavy weights and a lot of compound lifts, and it was more I want to lift heavy weights, but there was less focus on hypertrophy, so my legs were strong and they were thick, but they weren't shaped the way I want them to be. And I've still got some work to go, but I'm slowly seeing my legs start to sculpt out the way I want, and I'm on the right track. All right, so let's put together a barbell. 8 slopes, how's it going? Glad you can make it out after 2022. I've said that like 5 times a stream so far. Still feels weird coming off, rolling off the tongue. What is PPL? Sometimes acronyms go right over my head, even if I know them. For me, I haven't been sleeping enough. But that's I'm gonna get myself back on track right away. My meals have been a little bit off the last couple days. Oh yeah, so my routine sort of is push pull legs, but not quite. Because I'm putting in most of my energy into my legs, and after Wednesday, after Sunday, after my workouts, I got nothing left in the tank, and I might only have 1 or 2 workouts that, for other muscle groups that intense for the rest. No, I'm having 2, so 4 workouts a week I'm having really intense. Like I got nothing left in the tank after I'm done. But to me, push-pull legs is you go as hard as you can, you go hard as hard as you can to continually pushing yourself so that you're going to grow. But that push-pull legs, you are recovering from push-pull legs and then doing it again. Recovering from push-pull legs, doing it again. For myself, I'm really trying to hit the limit for how hard I can push myself on my legs and still recover. As a whole, I'm less worried about back and chest. I'm still having sets to failure. I'm still going hard on my back once a week, my chest once a week, but there's less plan, there's less intention behind it. I like training my back. I want to increase my bench press numbers. Yeah. And something that happened, right? I've been training my legs Wednesdays and Sundays ever since I've recovered from my knee injury. This summer, I got knocked out of a boat, fell 5 to 6 feet directly onto a boulder on my kneecap, and I got bone bruising in there. I still have it. It still aggravates me a little bit when I'm on my knees. Sometimes it sends spikes like right down my nerves. It's like whoa. Um, yeah, yeah. You got to recover, and I'm on the edge with my legs. This isn't this might not be sustainable long term, but if I can get 6 months in, I'm not going to be where I started anymore. I'm going to be like long gone from where I started. My cat, like everything is coming in, everything's growing, everything like I'm in real time watching and shaping how I'm lifting. Everything's getting stronger. My glute bridges are getting stronger. My hamstrings are getting stronger. My quads are getting stronger. I'm pulling up higher numbers easier for the squat. Um, I am worried that I may never get to the strength that I was at the age of 28. 28 is when I was like as an absolute beast. I was as close as I could to becoming a back with legs. And right now, I'm sort of chasing my past self. And the thing is, it took me 4 years of training my legs hard, training my back hard, training my chest hard, consistently, nonstop for four years of improvement to get there. Then I had a couple of things go on, and then I had to take a 2 year break from my legs. So it's years to get back there. So I just gotta stay positive, do what I can. I'm gonna keep improving. Hip thrusts. You mean yeah, like so glute bridges, right? Glute bridges. I'm doing those. I'm doing glute bridges every Sunday, and what I'm doing is I'm squatting first. First I go on the stationary bike for like 15 minutes to half an hour as a warm up. I go pretty hard. Uh, Feel my calves tingling, going all getting or not my calves, my quads all tingly, and then I hit catch my breath. Then I hit squats. I warm up with squats. I go pretty heavy. Um, Royal Leo Knight, how's it going? And then I go from squats to glute bridges. I really push myself on the glute bridges, push myself on the squats. I'm pulling up numbers over 500 pounds on the glute bridges. Um, and then I am going to then after that, I think I earned a little bit of rest, so I hit standing calves, right? Then I'll go hit leg presses. Then I will do seated calves, and then I'll probably focus on several machines to get the hypertrophy in on like light my leg up like a Christmas tree. All right, so I got this bar set up. I might as well use it. My form is going to be a work in progress since I haven't done these in so long. Hey dude, saw you in the fitness directory, thought you'd say hi. Well, hi back. First stream of there. I fixed the problem. Oh, I wanna do this set and then I got my default. Here, I got it. What do I want to do? Yeah, there's different variations that each have their purpose. Um, I should be focusing more on switching grips when I'm doing deadlifts, but since I've been doing sumo deadlifts, I've been learning them. I've been switching my grips less as I focus on getting comfortable. And so I just walk to the bar. I just grab the bar, and I haven't been using wrist straps. Um, maybe I should. It's just I'm not as comfortable with wrist straps. I'm also not using a belt below four below 450. I've been training for 10 years now. I started when I was 24. I hit my peak at 28, and I was an absolute maniac. Like I was put the blinders on, run down the racetrack, and I got all the results you can get in 4 years. Never skipped, never made excuses, and I did things that like just put myself through hell to get whatever results I could. I was still natural though, still am, but 2018 was my 10th year high school reunion, and I trained as if I was going to a bodybuilder show. So I showed up to my 10th year high school reunion in the best shape of my life, like absolutely ripped and massive. I was able to fine tune both, and then I caught Lyme disease, and I was actually suffering from it for a couple months leading up to my 10th year high school reunion, but I was using the momentum to push me forward, but I was starting to struggle. And then once I finished my reunion, I shut it off for a bit, and I just crashed. As soon as the momentum stopped pushing me forward, like I've never been hit hard by anything else in my whole life. And yeah, so it took me 6 months to get diagnosed. I got diagnosed, I got cured, I was lucky. And then I lost a lot of weight, a lot of muscle, started from ground up again. Started dabbling in different things. I started doing more calisthenics, joined a circus group. And then 2018, I hurt myself in a workplace accident, and I was injured till 2020. Yeah, I got bit by hundreds of ticks, and I got bit by a tick in the worst place a man can get bit by. So that one freaked me out. So I grew up in a small town. The work was actually just outside that small town, and I had to drive back there every day from my job site out in the bush to stay at the hotel. And what I would do is I would stop at my cousin's convenience store gas station and get supper, then drive back to the motel, and I would bag up all my clothes, put them in a bag, put them in a corner, and the ticks would just crawl every which direction from them. But I was so it was like a 45-minute drive to my cousin's corner store, and the whole way I'd be feeling the ticks crawling all up and down me. I had everything taped off; they still got in, and I got bites all around my waist, and I'd feel them crawling up. I was wearing overalls. As soon as one came up with my neck, I'd reach in, grab it, squeeze it, throw it out the window. So 45 minutes, that's all I'd be doing. I'd be laying there like resting because I work so hard. Just grab, squeeze, throw, grab, squeeze, throw. And anyway, so I get to the corner store, the gas station, and I go to the washroom, and like that one freaked, like I started shaking. That one, and the worst part is that was a greedy little tick who was like with all like 6 legs or whatever it is. It's like trying to get deeper in, and I was just so that one traumatized me for a while, and for months I'd sleep. I'd have these phantom ticks crawling up and down, all up and down underneath me. Josh 419, how's it going? I'm telling my tick story. But I didn't get any symptoms, like I didn't get any rashes. I was watching out for it, and what happened is not too long after I caught flu-like symptoms, and I just thought I had a flu. But I went to the doctors, and they were like, okay, well, it could be a virus, it could be bacterial. If you want, we can swab your tongue now, but we can give you antibiotics right away. And that's the option I took. It's like take antibiotics. They gave back the swab in the tongue. You know, like it's not bacterial, but I took the antibiotics anyways, and I think that actually helped me in the long run because while I was taking them, I was getting better because those were similar. Like that was pretty much what I was taking once I got diagnosed to get cured. I stopped taking them. I fell ill again. I did not get any marks on me, but the fatigue was the worst you can imagine. Like sleep 23 hours a day and never get enough. My glutes are very tight right now. I might need a couple more. I might need all of tomorrow to get ready for my workout in the evening. Oh. No, I didn't graduate in 2028 or 2008. I think I graduated in 2014, maybe 2015. One of those 2 years. 2018 was when what's going on here? 2018 is when I hurt myself. 2018 is when I hurt myself in a workplace accident, which was several years after I got Lyme disease. Yeah, I graduated. No, I got myself all mixed up. My 10th year high school reunion was in 2014 or 2015. I can't remember what year I graduated university. It all blends together now. I was in university for 6 years. I got a 5-year degree in 3 years, but I wasted 3 years. That's my story. I am 34, turning 35 this year. Yeah, my birthday present to myself on my 34th birthday was to take myself to a calisthenic park and play around like the man-child that I am. I was jumping and swinging between bars. I got it videotaped and put it on Instagram. I had a lot of fun that day. Whew. Yeah. I just wish I started working out earlier. So I'm going to add some weight to this thing. I just realized I still have my weight belt on. I'll probably go back to pull-ups soon. What's that, 50 pounds? Mostly because that's all I got out here today. So what, like, well, it depends on the person, but it's typically things start to slow down. Well, your peak fitness starts to go down around 40. That's the first rapid hormonal change. That probably continues until you're 65. And then but it, like, a lot of things that you see happening to people as they age, it's not necessarily their metabolism slowing down, it's becoming more dormant, less active, and the body is consistently in a use it or lose it situation. And as an adult, sometimes you blink and then years go by like that. But for most people haven't gotten near their peak genetic fitness. And if they start training late, they can still get a lot closer than they ever had been previously in their entire life. And maybe the peak level isn't as high as it would have been when they were 28, but it still might be pretty damn high. See, that is when, so far I haven't been tempted, but I know I'm going to have to, once I start getting older, I'm going to have to rationalize myself getting older. And we'll see then. TRT, no. But like, the problem is none of it's healthy, and my health is the first and primary reason why I do what I do. But it's HRT which is the most tempting to people as they age, and they want to, like, people who've been trained their whole lives and then start to see like the age catch up to them. It's HRT which tempts most people. TRT is more for people who've been lifting for like 10 years. They're not seeing any more improvement. They know what they're capable of, and then they want to take themselves to superhuman physiological levels. And it's at the expense of their health. But at the same time, if you're going to do something like that, you should do the research and do it as healthily as you can. And you basically need to become a chemist and understand all the chemistry in order to give yourself a fighting chance. But even then, there's a lot of things that can go on that people just don't think about, like calcifying your tricep. It's just like, yeah, but it's not. none of that's healthy. It does have, like, if you look at like all your indicators for health, you go to the doctor, they're all going to drop. But what is tolerable, what's not? It's your body. You're good. You got the one life, and it's your balance. Like, people are allowed to smoke. People are allowed to, like, eat McDonald's every day. It might be more unhealthy. Like, it'd probably be more unhealthy to be like, there's different levels of taking it as well. Like, there's abuse, and then there's like trying to regulate your hormones to a younger man's levels, and those are two very different things. Um, but there's side effects to both. One of them is obviously more drastic. There comes a point where your heart struggles to support a certain amount of muscle mass on your body. If you're too big, your heart has to struggle to pump blood through your body, and then you get guys dropping dead of heart attacks whose hearts are twice the size of what they should be. But HRT is the most common one for people who, as they get older. But even then, I have a surface level knowledge of what goes on when you take that stuff. It hasn't really interested me as much, but being in the fitness community, you talk, like for me, I'm interested to, like, talk to people. Like, if they can teach me anything, I'm down to listen. Take parts of like when I first started getting in shape, the first thing I did, I talked with a nutritionist, and I basically purged my diet, started from scratch, went for a walk an hour a day, drank nothing but water, and I saw amazing results really quick, like that, like 5 weeks, and I was a new me. And and then, having done all the research and talked to people, the next step is resistance training, right? So I started doing that, and but I know enough about PEDs to know that I don't know the chemistry, and that's important to have a proper discussion about them. But you can't even, like if you're older, you can get HRT here in Canada, and once you take it, you're basically on it for the rest of your life. But at the same time, the argument is there's a lot of things you have to do for the rest of your life, right? Like, you have to brush your teeth for the rest of your life. Um, but I heard that we're having an HRT shortage, and a lot of people who are expecting to be on HRT to live a life, and they'll live the life that they want and feel like Superman, they're not able to get it, and that can throw a wrench into your plans. Um, but back in Arnold Schwarzenegger's day, even with steroids, right? Like, no one's taking steroids anymore. They're illegal, unless you're like extreme athlete who wants to win, and you'll do anything to your body, even for a 0.1% increase in benefit. But in Arnold Schwarzenegger's day, you'd go to the doctor, they would give you a clinical dose of steroids, and then you get your blood work done. And if you're something like your liver is starting to show issues, they cut you off. And the doctor, I have a show. No, sorry, your blood levels are showing this. We're going to cut you off. Whereas now, people are pumping themselves up with like 500 times as much as Arnold Schwarzenegger ever did, and there's no tracking it. Meanwhile, if you're in Canada, if you're older and you've gotten prescribed HRT, you can take it alongside doctor supervision, and that is a lot safer. Oh, don't hit anything. Yeah, that's something that I've I've seen PED abuse cause, and it's I can't remember exactly how it was told to me, but it's just a lot of things that you don't think about, like gyno. Like there are like a lot of people will just take whatever and don't understand the chemistry of what they're doing to the body, and they're basically guaranteeing themselves something like gyno. Like it's like if you take something, you need like depending on what you're taking, you might need to take something else and take something else, and you have to balance out the chemistry, and then you have to go on a plan, and it's uh it's something that I'm not that knowledgeable on. Like I know the groundwork, but any specifics, it just hasn't interested me enough to search out the information myself. I'll spend my research, like I'll listen to people, but there's only so much I can remember if I'm not enthusiastic about it, and if I'm not spending the time researching it myself after we have a conversation. All right, so that's enough of that for now. I'm gonna go back to my pull-ups. Natty Daddy. I actually misread that when I first saw that. You're starting your journey back up. Well, I hope your 34 looks better than mine. That's what I'll wish you all the success. It takes work. Um, you don't need all the results right away. Understand it takes time. Even myself, as you start to improve, improvement isn't linear. It starts to slow off. If you are training as efficiently as possible, you can expect, I can't remember the numbers right now, but whatever you got your first year, you're going to get half that your second year, and then half of that your third year, and then same again for your fourth. And then after that, after about 4 years of getting near your peak, it's going to be a year of training as hard as you can, recovering, doing everything right, and gaining 1 pound of lean muscle mass. And the thing is as you get stronger, the lifts that you've done before become easier, but you have to strive to struggle and continually try as hard as you did back when you had less muscle and the exercises were still hard. And that pursuit is the basically it's the program that builds muscle. Yeah, this is how much was that? This is 135 plus 50, so 185. Christmas, like one thing that's hard with these weights, they are low to the ground. These are the York, the standard weights. The Olympic weights, which you'd see in most commercial gyms, they are thicker diameter plates, even for the same weight. And so everything has to go a little bit closer to the ground, and it completely throws off your deadlifts. My Christmas was very fulfilling this year. Last Christmas, I basically sat in my apartment by my lonesome and introduced myself to Twitch for the first time. And this one, I was able to socially distance and visit my family a little bit, so it was a lot more fulfilled. And then I finished my Christmas gathering, came back home. I was still dressed nice, and I was doing deadlifts in my dress clothes. And I went up to 315 because it's a deficit, and it makes it completely different. Like an inch and a half, 2 inches of height difference completely changes how you get over the weight. And 315 was going up like nothing. I wasn't struggling, but it's not something I got. That's not something I'd be able to do overnight. And even though I haven't been doing deficit deadlifts, because I've been doing deadlifts progressively over the last 2 years, sometimes more, sometimes less, but over the last couple months, 2 years. When did the pandemic start? The pandemic started 2020. Yeah, so 2 years now. I've been getting back to deadlifts, and even without doing deficit all the time, it was just make the adjustments, lift the weight. It wasn't a struggle. Whereas like 2 years ago, you want like at the beginning of 2020. So this is my progress. At the beginning of 2020, I couldn't lift. Let's say a 25, 25, and a 45-pound bar. I couldn't deadlift. So 45 plus 50, 95. I couldn't deadlift 95 pounds. I had herniated my disc and tore my glute in 2018, and I also had hip bursitis. The hip bursitis was pain. Like the hip bursitis made it painful to sit down. The herniated disc made getting in and out of my car absolute agony. But the glute in particular prevented me from getting back to deadlifts. Like the last thing I had to do was tear down that scar tissue in my glute to be able to pick up weights off the ground. For 2 years, I was training by having like a shelf and sticking my weights up here, because up here I was strong. At the beginning, like when my back was herniated, all I could do was pull-ups, and so that's all I did. I did tons of pull-ups, and pull-ups became like so easy. I had been constantly over 200 to 225 pounds or more, and suddenly I dropped down to 170 pounds, and suddenly I have no weight. I'm just like, this is easy. This is something I can do. So I had a hammer. Everything was a nail. But because of my herniated disc, all I could do is carry the weights up here. If they were on the ground, I just have to look at them and be like, well, damn, right? So. Natty daddy. Say that 5 times quick. Porthos, nice to see you. Happy 2022, or 2021 if you prefer. I obviously haven't gotten the hang of this number going and rolling off my tongue. Yeah, you guys are so polite. I was going for an hour probably before anyone pointed out my stream title to me, which is down here, not up here. Anyways, I'll do one more set of rows. Then I am going to go back to some pull-ups. I was planning to do some dumbbell rows, but I got talked into doing this, and I thought I had a better view last time. Maybe I should move back. No, you're not going to see it past my past my desk. See, I walk up. This is my default grip. I walk up to a bar and I just get it. I'm ready to lift, right? But I gotta get away from that. Normally, I would be constantly alternating between my grips because I don't like using wraps if I don't have to. Um, but I've been focusing. I've been trying to learn the sumo deadlift and just get good at the sumo deadlift. So I haven't been switching as much. I've been instead focusing on the form of the sumo deadlift, which I don't have enough room on this bar to do. Anyways, next set. Yeah. So there's a lot for me to think about when I'm doing a sumo deadlift. So I started by pulling up a YouTube video on my phone and following along. And geez, I can't get myself all in the picture here. All right. So for leg positioning, some people have better mobility than others. I can get to about here is pretty comfortable for me, but I feel a little bit stronger, a little bit narrower. And as long as your arms are on the inside, that's a sumo. And you almost want to try to like tear the floor apart and push the floor away from you. And the farther your legs are apart, the easier time you're going to have to get the leverage to get them straight. Good music makes every workout better. All right, so I got weight on the bar here. I want to go back to some pull-ups. And I don't think I really need to go too much longer today. Well, I'll tire myself out on the pull-ups, and then I'll call it. I still got this belt on me. I've only gone up to 75 pounds weighted pull-ups for sets of 5. So right now my body weight is pushing 200 pounds. So 275 for sets of 5. You gotta get up in 5 hours. Yeah, I have the one thing I haven't started my 2022 strong. I started playing a video game. Okay, Don't Starve Together. I did 2 streams of it, and then I probably put another like 30 hours into it offline, and it's sort of messed with a lot of my regular schedule. I've been sleeping less. I've been doing less meal prep, and as of today, I'm getting myself back on track. I'm gonna get my meals back on track. I'm gonna get my sleep back on track, and that's why I don't want to be up for too long, right? If I go to bed in like if I'm done in half an hour, I'm in bed in 45 minutes. I'm perfectly capable of working out and then just going to bed. That's and it's an acquired skill. As long as the key is not to stimulate your senses too much. So you need to de-stimulate what goes through your eyes. So I was doing this earlier. Well, let me know how these look, because I tried this earlier and I don't think it turned out well, but I want to try again. I'm going to do I want to get where you guys can see me from the side. Looks like the light got dark on me here, but if I do this, message, change it, and how's. So this thing might move a little bit on me, which will make it more difficult. But now that I'm feeling warmed up, I'm going to give it my best shot. Oh. I don't know how well I did on that. I used to be able to do those quite well. MP Hensley. Thank you. Did I say that right? MP Hensley. Yeah, it's a lot harder to do stuff like that when you're 200 pounds compared to when you're like 150, 160. And with calisthenics, I'm quite proud of myself to have been able to do what I've done with a heavier body that's tailored for smaller, lighter people. Yeah, I got it recorded. I'll take a look at it later. I can also throw these in. I might be too gassed after after doing that, but so one arm pull-ups. I'm focusing on engaging my lat and then just squeezing and bringing this shoulder to this hand. And then with my legs, I got to think about it. If I'm lifting myself here, my legs are coming that way. So that's not going to work. Let's do it this way. And if I lift here, okay, how's this going to work? I don't feel like I need much progress. I gotta lift this way. Damn it, my back is too fatigued. I should have done these early in the workout, and I'd be able to do them. Oh, I cheated. No, that's something that's easier to do when you're fresh. Myself, I am 5'11". 5'11", weighed myself 200, last I weighed myself, I was 198 pounds, and I've probably eaten a little bit more over the last little bit. So yeah, well I was having trouble contracting the muscle. I was just fatigued, and I could feel it. Like I couldn't squeeze hard enough to pick myself up. And when I was squeezing, I was losing control of this, and I started to lean back a bit. So it was almost like I was trying to roll myself up. Like, I could feel what went on, and it's just the muscle is already fatigued. It felt like I was turning it into this, like a row almost. I'm just fooling around now. Let's start moving these things out of the way, though. I do want my bench because I want to be able to use it to stick my weights on. Well, pull-ups are probably my favorite exercise. But one thing that's good about pull-ups, if you start doing them, you will see improvement almost every session in the short term. So once you're able to do your first pull-up, well, next time you go there, you might be able to do 2, then 3. Like that can only go so far. But at the same time, if you can't do a pull-up, you got assisted pull-ups. You can use straps, bands that you can use to help yourself get up. But if you can't, one of the best things you can do is get stronger, focusing on the negatives. The negatives will make you stronger. Like if you just jump up, let yourself down. Jump up, let yourself down, and resist on the way down. That will build up a lot of strength. All right, All right, so I'm going to start with 50 pounds. Get used to the motion of the pull-up. You're at 0. Yeah, like the negatives, most people like don't focus enough on the negatives, time under tension. And it's like, control. Okay, so there are different ways to train depending on what your end goal is, right? There's different philosophies behind fitness. There's strength training, which is training your nervous system. There's bodybuilding, which is just training for muscle mass, training like the thickness of the muscles, the cross-sectional thickness of the muscles to grow. Then there are also ways where, particularly in combat sports or where you are training for your weight limit, where you want to get as strong as you can at a lighter weight. And for that, if you think regular bicep curls, right? Regular bicep curls, you're taxing your bicep, but what you're doing is you're tearing down the muscle tissue quite effectively. And the act of tearing down the muscle tissue is what allows it to rebuild and grow bigger and stronger. But if you train more static, like say you have something like this, and say this isn't going to move. Like say I couldn't bicep curl this, but if I were to pull on it and pull as hard as I can, like I'm trying to bicep curl this, like here I'm standing on it, so it's not going to move, and I'm bicep curling it, but it's not moving anywhere. like that, like I was feeling my bones creak there, like it was, well, not necessarily my bones, but it was like that wasn't easy to do. That will get you stronger without tearing down, without being super destructive on your muscle tissue, so you can build a lot of strength and get more lean as you get a little bit more ripped and stronger. Like your muscles will grow, but it's not going to be at the same level, one-to-one with strength versus muscle mass. So you get people that they want to train their chest. They get like 2 bars, like they get like a U bar, they grab it, they try to squeeze that bar together. They just hold that squeeze as long as they can, push as hard as you can, squeeze as hard as you can. And you can get a lot of results that way. You don't need to do the standard pull-up. All right, so 50 pounds. I don't know what I'll go for, maybe 5 or so. I can feel my lats are already a bit fatigued when I try doing those one-arm pull-ups. So this camera, I got a new camera. It doesn't focus on my calluses as much. My other camera would zoom right in and put those into focus. I am in Canada. I've been told I have a Canadian accent. I don't hear it, but I guess that's the nature of accents, huh? And as for Canada, I'm smack dab in the middle of it. And so you're from the northwest coast. Oh. Yeah. Sometimes having big calluses isn't a benefit because they become, like for certain lifts, they can become almost like needles that you're pushing into your hand. Okay, yeah. Yeah, I've basically been stuck where I am since the pandemic started. I've been hunkering tight, riding it out. Yeah. My sister moved to Ontario. I have family in BC, and then the rest of my family is here. I have, but my province is a big province where I'm living. I have my dad's side of the family. My mother lives 600 kilometers northwest in the same province. All right, so I think I'm gonna do one more set of 50 pounds on my waist. Then I'm gonna do body weight, and I'm gonna rep it out. Maybe I should set myself a challenge. How many can I do in 5 minutes? I think I've done like 70 or 80 pull-ups in 5 minutes on stream before. And then whatever I did on stream, the next week I ended up doing like 10 or 15 more in 5 minutes. It's all about pacing yourself. One tip, if you want to do tons of volume and all you care about is how many you do, never take yourself to failure. Or you know what? I don't even like saying those words. Never take yourself to failure. I'm gonna scratch that, because if you want to get stronger, you want to build muscle, you have to go to failure. But in the case that you're just trying to do something, you're like you want to see how many pull-ups, how many push-ups can I do, how many sit-ups. The key is pacing yourself, and once you've fully taxed your muscle, it's done. It doesn't recover. You don't recover from failure that quickly. When you go all out, you might only have 3 sets of failure in you that night. You just don't recover. It's very taxing on the muscle. So if you can do 20 pull-ups, you do 15 your first set. As soon as you start to feel like lactic acid, just stop. Just shake it off. Take a little bit of a break. And then if you feel like, oh, I can only do 15 this time, do 10. And then, okay, I can keep doing 15, but I'm going to keep doing 10. And then you can keep doing that, and you get hundreds out, like more than you think you can. Because at a certain point, you're not, like, it's just too easy, and you're not tearing down your muscle. But once your muscle's fatigued, it's a different story. Like those one-arm pull-ups, I could not do them. I just couldn't squeeze hard enough. Anyways, next step. Talk to you later. You're gonna head out. Thanks for coming by. Okay, that's dangerous. I shouldn't dance with this thing between my legs. That's how a man starts to sing in soprano. All right. I would like to do neutral grip, but this thing isn't really set up for it. And if I come here, I'm gonna be banging the bar on my centerpieces. See, I'm already banging it. Yeah. I had to sacrifice my form to get there. All right. I think you said something there. I didn't catch it. Yeah. Talk to you later. Heading out. Yep. Time is it? All right. I was here. I did some things. I had fun doing it. My rear delts. I like to see the striations in the shoulder. I like to see that. I don't think I have it in me to do as many pull-ups as I can in 5 minutes. It might be like 20 pull-ups and then just done. We'll see how that goes. I'm out of water, but I have backup. But now that I don't have the weights, I can turn this bad boy around. All right, I'm talking myself in to doing a pull-up challenge in my head right now. I'm talking myself up in my head. 5 minutes. It's not going to be impressive right now. I'm going to take this off. Extra weight. Got a little bit sweaty from that belt. All right. So this is going to be how many pull-ups I can do in 5 minutes when I'm basically ready for bed. My lats are fatigued, and be what it may. Why do my hands hurt? That's 10. I'm wasting energy. All right. So that's 20 and 1 minute and 20 seconds. Not great. They're clearing snow off the road outside. I'm gonna give myself 30 seconds and do it again. So that's 20 if I count right. I find my counts are usually off. I'm just not recovering. That's the problem. So I'm 3 minutes left. Oh man, feel my lats. That's another 5. I was hoping to do 50 at least. Damn it! I don't have much left in the tank. Please tell me this is gonna be my 30th one right here. So 30 in 3 minutes. That might only be 25 though. Damn. I think it's 25. Man, if I go do 30, I'm gonna pretend this never happened if I can't do 30. 5 more and another 5 on top of that. Only got a minute left. "15 seconds. I want to do at least one more." Crap. Well, whew. I shouldn't be disappointed. I did the best I could at this time. Oh. 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 All right. Let's see who's online right now. I send you to a buddy of mine. He's good people. I'm out of breath. I want to start winding down for bed. I'm glad I came out. First workout stream of 2022. Form before weight. He's been streaming probably about the same amount of time that I have. He's dabbled a little bit into, he was a bartender before the world shut down, I believe, and he's brought that out in some of his streams. Really high quality content, I think. And his name alone tells you where he's sort of at. So I'm just gonna send the love his way. Thank you everybody for coming out and joining me today. I don't know, no one said anything, but I shaved off my beard. I left a little bit of stubble underneath. It feels, my mask feels different. There's, without all that hair in there, my mask feels empty now, but whew. Thank you. Thank you for coming out, Royal Leo Knight. I had fun, and I hope to see you again, as you can maybe join me in the future on my journey to improve myself one workout at a time. I will be trying to stream more. It's life has been hectic, and I do feel a bit guilty for not streaming, but I got to commit just to show up. Every time I show up, it's a good time. So, but I have good workouts at the gym too. It's, Here we go. Bye-bye.